January 3rd of 2025. They don't like. Hi, Roxy. Love you too. What happened to TikTok? I just got live access removed and I'm banned until January 3rd of 2025. They don't like me. It's fine. So we'll probably need y'all help to put this live over there. This is... They said you're done. What are you gonna do? I was over on TikTok live. If y'all are like, what are you talking about? I was over on TikTok live on 90s Nation News, and I just got kicked off. I didn't say much. I don't know what happened. Seriously, I didn't say much. I don't know if that was screen recorded or not. I don't know what I said. It was something I said though, I guess.
Something I
don't know. Was it the children? Was it the children? Oh shit. It's fine. I'm still over here. I told you I would get kicked off TikTok. That's why I said I don't really go live and stuff on TikTok, because there's more censorship than Facebook over there. I wonder who really owns that, because they a little bit more sensitive than Zuck. So I don't know. But hey, how y'all doing? Um, let's talk, shall we? We got a few things to talk about. um, y'all know the drill. I'm gonna pray first, and if you don't know, I've let in a lot of new people, so um and give this whole thing over. I believe in Jesus Christ. I'm from the south side of heaven though, so we're talking about the grimy war of crimes against humanity. Sometimes there's no nice words for this, okay? So I'm gonna pray first, and then we're gonna talk. I'm not trying to shove Jesus at you. If you don't believe in Jesus, this is the time. Please just go ahead and go that way. But you can come on back and listen, because we can all agree on the children, right? Cool. Go. Okay. Jesus. It's me again. Thank you for this day and this time together, Father God. We just ask that you please ignite a fire in people to fight for your children, God. Let every word that come out of my mouth not be of my flesh, but of you, Jesus. We thank you for putting the breath in my lungs, God, protecting us as we walk out this door. And everybody on this chat, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, I put on my armor of you, God. I put on my helmet of salvation, my breastplate of righteousness, my girdle of truth. I put on my shoes of peace and readiness. I take up my shield of faith and my sword of the Spirit. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right. Let the church say. You don't have to go to church to find Jesus. That's what I just said. You don't. I know him. He's a friend of mine. All right, let's talk. I got a few things. We really got to get going. We've been here too long. I needed to stretch my legs. So we got out of the car. And we're getting back in the car. To make this live, we needed a shower. So, whew, here we go. All right. First of all, let's talk. I got a few things. I put up a question, and I'm gonna have to turn the comments off on IG in a little bit. I just need focus, okay? I really need y'all to focus. There's a lot in this. If you live in the state of California, while these comments are on, Can y'all please tell me what animal is etched into your driver's license on top of what hologram? Can somebody in the comments tell me from the state of California? Who knows? You do? Clarita? Okay, what is it? It's a bear, Chelsea. Yes, it's a bear. Yes, girl. Deep breath, you got this. I know, right? Oh! I'm irritated. It's a bear. Okay. What hologram is it? I just want to know we're all on the same page. It's Teddy Roosevelt? I had to Google it's a bear. Okay. Okay, we'll go with that. All right. It's a bear and then there's a miner, a gold miner on top of it. Okay? I have a point and I'm going to show you because we're getting a lot of threats. A lot. A lot. Mainly from big kitties. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. And you know what? Kill me. You've already tried. This won't be the first. Damn sure won't be the last. I just hope people see through it this time. We'll see. All right. So first of all, this is the hill that we go on. I'm a little irritated. And there's so many wolves in truth teller clothing. Here, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. You see them? You do? Now, the thing with those wolves in truth teller clothing, they want you to give them a Patreon subscription fee, all the money. And I think people have got into this mindset of if I want the truth, I have to pay money for it. If I want the truth, I have to put it off on somebody else. If I want the truth, I have to give somebody else the responsibility to get up off their ass to go do it. Right? Here, kitty, kitty. Right? That's a lot that's happening right now. Okay? Everybody here is watching this from a platform. You know, a lot of those wolves in truth teller clothing, they sit up and they have a gossip column. They walk you up to the information and they say, get you hot and hype. And then they say, pay me and I'll give you more. It's a gossip column. Now I want you to ask yourselves and everybody else that you talk to today, do they talk about the children? A lot. Do they never waver from the children? A lot. How many times do they tell you about the children? How many times do they tell you to get up for the children? How many times do they call you to action for the children? How many times do they not waver from the children unless it's trending? When do they talk about the children? Do they only talk about it when it's trending? If they're talking about trafficking, do they talk about the children? Here, kitty, kitty. I don't believe in panthers. I believe in a kitty, kitty. I know. I've lived with them. I've dealt with them. So I know how they work. If they don't get their way, they point fingers. When they don't get their way, they pull things like Jay-Z pulled when he all of a sudden, he don't know, did he? He all of a sudden doesn't know, did he? When somebody wants a case to be found out, you see the Luigi case? We got Luigi on a smile. He pulled his mask down. That's the supposed story, right? He pulled his mask down. He smiled up at a camera. And then they perp walked him like the Joker. Like the Joker. Okay? But weird that we know that Fauci has experimented on foster kids. They're laying in unmarked graves. And we can't get him? We know about Jay-Z. And we can't get him? We know about so much Pizzagate. and everything, but we get so distracted by drones, aliens. The aliens, we talked about the aliens. I've told y'all about the aliens. And I was called crazy. And then the government came out and said, yeah, aliens are real. And everybody was like, well, do we still have to pay rent? I don't care. Right? We know about Pizzagate. We know about a lot. Don't you? And still, everybody's waiting on somebody else to do it. Get off your ass. You have a platform. You're watching me on a platform. You can help. Because guess what? They need you. You're the commodity. We are all commodities. When you figure out who's in control, then you'll see that. Right? Because at the end of the day, the Luigi case is broadcasted from every angle. When they want you to see a case, because they need entertainment, they need you to play into their narrative, then it's put everywhere. When they don't want you to see a case, like Elaine, Epstein, Diddy, there's so much talk about it, but nobody knows what's really going on inside of it. The Johnny Depp, OJ trial, that was entertainment. They needed you entertained. They needed you distracted, like they do with Luigi. Okay. Let's talk for a second. Hold on. Let's talk about our licenses. Now, here's the thing. When somebody can barely just get our damn name right, then the rest of the information that flows from there makes me question. Doesn't it with you? A lot of the wolves in Truth Teller clothing, do you know their real names? Their real names. I've given y'all so much transparent information. I'll be 31 in February. No shit, Sherlock. That's not an investigator gadget type of situation. I can tell you that. I told you that all the time. I ran away from Child Protective Services custody at 15, 16 years old. I went missing in 2010. Is anybody going to check on that? I was a missing child. Why was I running? Is anybody going to ask, why was I running? At 12, 13 years old, I lived in a home. I lived in a life of kitty kitties. Do you hear me? Because this is about to get so bad. And I want y'all to see it first. Do you understand what I'm saying? I want you to see it first. I lived in a home of kitty kitties. I lived in a home of really big black kitties. Do you get what I am saying? Are you with me? Yeah? Okay. I lived in that home for my entire life. And at one point I thought everything was fucking fine. It was ridiculous. My surrogate, she would throw me over her legs and open my legs and check me. Up until I was 12, 13 years old. Checking for what I don't know. When somebody did something, I don't know what she was trying to see. At 12, 13, I started figuring out something's not right. So I took off. To the point nobody did anything. And then I was like, there's no telling anybody about this. Nobody's going to believe me. Nobody is going to hear me. Nobody is going to want to check. CPS came countless times since I was 3 months old. At 4 years old, I was abused by a babysitter that was in Ritchie Canyon, California, under community care licensing. She locked me in a room. She sold me to her boyfriend. And when I fought back too hard, and after he got done with me, he dropped me in the driveway and waited for somebody to come get me. When after that happened, my surrogate, I call her a surrogate because she's nothing close to a mother. I don't know the truth. There's so many holes in that story. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter what my bloodline is. It matters what happened. If I was running from her, what happened? Right? What happened? Is anybody going to ask what happened? Everybody wants to ask the predators, but nobody, wait a minute, what happened? We went to court. She lost the case. I was trafficked. I was abused. I was beaten. I was raped, and I wasn't the only child in that family. And some people should be asking, where the hell are the rest of those kids? Are they okay? Right? So after that, we went to court. She won the case. My babysitter that abused us understood what happened. I say us, as in I have dissociative identity disorder. We're going to do it all right now because I'm tired. This is the hill we die on, and baby, if you go and go after me, don't you miss. Tell the world. Tell the world. Because not one time have I told y'all some bullshit. Every single time we've got on here, we've been very transparent in the audience of our enemies. Ignorance has always outweighed the truth. So the second that we try to tell the truth, people want to, no, that can't be. I can't do that. No, that can't be, because that messes with my reality, right? Let me give you a little bit more reality. I'm going to turn the comments off because people are not listening. I'm going to turn the comments off, but before I do, I just want to show this to you. Like I said, my name is Allison Leilani Carter. My mother's name is Shelly Carter, okay? And so many people have seen us pulled over by Brotherhood police officers, and we handed them this ID. Right? Okay? We handed them this ID. Yeah, I'm gonna turn the comments off because you see what I mean? This is why we're here today. This is why there's a name for trafficking. This is why children are still being abused, tortured, and raped right now. This is why nobody can talk just about the children. Everybody wants something to hang on to so they can feed their curiosity and cushion their reality. Nobody wants to really focus on the truth because the truth will fuck you up. The truth will tear you down. The truth will have you in a corner. Cushioning it makes you feel better. That's the entire problem with our world, with our nation. We've gotten into this issue that we are in because everybody wants to cushion this shit. Everybody wants a story to be able to go on and go to sleep. I can't sleep. I can't sleep. Will you understand the truth about the children? You wouldn't be able to either. My name is Allison Leilani Carter. You know what my former name is. I've told you. I've showed you. I've dropped insurance. We put out police reports. Kept things redacted. You want to know why? Some of these fools are unfortunately still alive. That's not me. You know, because that's God's vengeance, not mine. I'm not them. You know, if anything, I've kept them safe and redacted. Did I ever tell y'all some of those names under there? No, you don't know. Why? Because I never said it. So if something happens to them, I didn't say it. Did I? The whole world can vouch for that. I didn't do it. I know better. I know how the justice system is rigged. I know Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy will be made to look like I did it. Right? So, I know better. I didn't unredact it. But if I'm dead and the insurance keeps dropping unredacted, then the whole world will know. And the whole world has questions. Right? Let's talk. Shelly Carter, that's you. That's you.
That's me.
That's you. You want me to show you it's you? I have some things redacted here because that's just common sense. Can't be dumb, right? This is the driver's license we hand over. This one. And this one. Yes? Yes. Yes? Yes. Now, just so you can make sure, where's my light? Just so you can make sure that this is real. So you know, because there's AI everything now. There's AI music, there's AI post, there's AI everything. What is etched into your IDs? What animal? It's a bear. Right? It's a bear. Rawr. This is our IDs. This is what we handed the Freemason Brotherhood the 14 times they stopped and pulled us over. Yes? Yes? This is our legal ID. Our driver's licenses. Okay? And the reason why we had to show you is because a lot of people are playing with y'all, and we never have. And if you can't see that, something's wrong with you. It's It's been too many years if you've been sitting here for a while now. If you're new, who showed you their driver's licenses? Who tells you what their real name was prior to my adoption? Take this. You need this to understand what you're going to see. My mother's name is Shelly Carter. The only mother that got me out of the life that I was in. The only mother that pulls me out of my night terrors and my nightmares. The only mother that stayed up at night and made sure I was okay. The one who was concerned when I went missing from Child Protective Services government custody for a year straight. That's who my mother is. A woman can pop a fish out like a guppy. We can pop babies out all day, but there's women that don't want to take care of them, and that's why we have foster care. That's why there's so many people who have stood in the gap and been the parents that somebody fucked up and was supposed to be in the first place. Right? Right? Because I watched my surrogate beat the shit out of one of my sisters, pour Benadryl down her throat, and try to get her to stop screaming because she was screaming too loud for the neighbors to come. CPS is going to come again. But guess what? They'd hide it back. They'd hide it again. It'd be fine. That's where all those reports come from. It wasn't just me. At 12, 13 years old, I figured out, I can't do this shit anymore. I'm gonna die. My mom adopted me at 19 years old. She tried to adopt me as a child, but they wouldn't let her because nobody wanted me, but they couldn't let anybody else have me. That's the truth. So while people are, well, who's your mama? Who's your daddy? Why does that matter? Because I'm trying to tell you, of course, she's a white woman. Do y'all need me to spell that shit out for you? She's white. Ah. Right? So there's times when I'm like, she's my twin. No shit, Sherlock, I'm black. Do I have to boast about it and brag about it for you to see the chocolate? No. She's white. You would think that this white woman, you're trying to understand why this white woman is this black child's mama. I ain't biracial. I'm telling you, I was adopted. Come on. Her real name is Shelly Carter. Why the fuck we gotta lie about that? My real name is Allison Leilani Carter. I'm exotic as fuck. I chose that because I didn't want shit to do with my former last name. I didn't want shit to do with the people who had their hands in my life because none of them gave a damn. Everybody was in it for themselves. And anytime you told people what the fuck was going on in that Black Kitty household, then we shut it down. Do y'all understand that a lot of black people, I'm a little bit annoyed with the black community. I'm damn annoyed to my fucking core with the black community. We can't even tell the truth about who the fuck we voted for, can we? There was a lot of situations. Go back to the election. And you see a lot of black people played their own people because they couldn't even give their own fucking opinion to their own people about what happened, what they decided, what they voted for, because they would crucify them. Do you honestly think that these same black kitties that can't even tell you their opinion on who the fuck they voted for because they want something better for themselves, for their children, for their nation, if they can't tell you the truth about who the fuck they voted for, do you think they're going to tell you the truth about what really happens behind closed doors? Do you? See, shit like this doesn't happen in the black community, does it? We talk about, it don't happen in the black household, not the black people. Who's up to bat right now? The black community, y'all need to be hurt a little bit. You need to feel it a little bit, because we always on a slave bandwagon. We always talking about, I'm going to beat my kids so the system don't have to beat my kids. Black lives matter because they never mattered. We don't talk about the shit that goes on in the hood. We don't talk about the black on black crime. We don't talk about that. Why? Why is that? Why is that? It happens throughout all races. But at the end of the day, the black community is the worst. Everybody's scared of something. Not wanting to move because you don't want to be the statistic. Fuck the statistic. You know how many black children are in trafficking right now? That black man that nobody wanted to bring down, Diddy, when I first told y'all in 2021 that you don't tell on Diddy, nobody touches Diddy. We don't talk about Diddy. Everybody, no, not that black man. Not that black man. Not my black man. No, don't put down another black man. That can't be true. Not Jay-Z. Nah, that's not true. Then what? When he got arrested, then everybody want to jump up, and I knew. Yeah, I knew he was that. I knew he was like that. You knew he was raping children in the black community? You knew he was raping and abusing, sodomizing, and killing children in the black community? And you didn't say shit? What happened to Black Lives Matter? What happened? All you doing is talking about it? What happened to doing something about it? If you were fucking there, why didn't you do something? Who was the adult in power? Who was the authority and power over those precious, innocent children who didn't know what the fuck to do because you're a small child and you know somebody is going to outpower you? So who was the power of authority in those situations? When did Black Lives matter in Diddy's house? When did it matter in R. Kelly's house? When did it matter in Jay-Z's house? Y'all not dumb, you know he did it. You're not retarded. Come on. Stop playing. You know he did it. You know there's many more. You know they hide them because it's a black man of a community that everybody doesn't want to know. Not in the black, no, not in the black community. That can't be real. Because Black Lives Matter. How much do they matter? How fucking much do they matter? Because I don't see it. I don't see it at all. Every person that is dealing with sex trafficking, human trafficking, crimes against humanity is black, white, Mexican, Indian, Hawaiian, and the list goes on. So I don't play into that bullshit of picking a race. Can't you see my mama? The people who want to stand, it's not majority of the black people. Very few of them. Why? Why is that? Scared, huh? Let's be real. Don't bullshit me. You couldn't be depressed when you were little, could you? No. You couldn't take a minute to sit still when you were little, could you? No. Because you gotta keep moving. You gotta keep cleaning and doing something like a slave. You want to talk about slavery? We still on that slave bandwagon. It's just modern day now. You realize that, right? Luigi. We could get Luigi. Did you know that Fauci experimented on foster kids? They're laying in unmarked graves. Why can't we get Fauci? We got Luigi on a smile. Perp walked him with every bit of NYPD, called them on their off day and everybody that was retired to walk this man to an airplane to get him to jail. How many things do you know is already real, and what are we doing? Everybody want to, okay, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? You see who's in power. You see who's in control. You get it, that there's no one coming to help you. We know that, and we've had to learn that the hard way. Ignorance is always, always, always outweighed the truth. There's some people. I have a few questions first, and then I gotta go. First of all, was I or was I not in CPS custody? That's not a lie. Why did I go missing? I took care of myself. Was I or was I not in CPS custody? I went missing in 2010. Why? Why? And if you weren't around in 2010, if you weren't around to know where the hell I was, how do you know what happened? How do you honestly know what happened? I went from foster home to foster home to group home to group home, and where was anybody? I was by myself. At 15 years old, I thought I was going to be in foster care, okay, in foster care. I really, really did. I thought, you know what? Yay. Let's go. I get to live life over. Come on. I get to go to school. Nobody's going to bother me. Everything's going to be okay. I'll take care of myself. I got myself. I can do this. That's not how it worked out. I'm grateful to still be standing here. But I had to make a choice when I was auctioned to Russia. I had to make a choice to get up off my ass and make a move at 16 years old. I was missing from Child Protective Services custody for 1 whole year. Why? Why was I in foster care to begin with? Why was I in a mental hospital? I tried to kill myself, I'll tell you why. I couldn't get out of it. Nobody would stop hurting me. So I tried to take myself out. That didn't work. I got 31 lives. I tried like 3 or 4 times. Ran into traffic. Slipped my wrist. I tried. It didn't work. Why? Why was I running? As a child, what was I running from? What the fuck happened in that black kitty house? Kitty kitty? What happened? What happened in that Boulay household? What happened? What happened? Is anybody gonna ask? Is anybody gonna ask why I don't sit right? Is anybody gonna ask why my hips don't pop the same? Is anybody gonna ask why? What happened? Why do I have the documents I have? Why do I have the police reports I have? Why did I go through rape kits? The hell? I lost count of how many rape kits I've been through. That's why I just said, you know what, screw it. If something happens to me, at least if I can still get up and walk from it, if I can still get up from it, I'm fine. Because I was used to it. Why? Is anybody going to ask those questions? Why? What did they do? The thing is I'm now going to be 31 years old in February. I'm fighting for other people's children. I'm fighting for children that are still in this life. I didn't have to. I don't have to at all. I want to. Because nobody else is doing it, honestly. No one else is talking about the PTSD. Is anyone talking about the MK Ultra? Is anyone going to talk about the dissociative identity disorder? You can't traumatize someone and then pay big pharma to put them on medication and shut them up. Yeah, you'll shut them up. You'll turn them into zombies. That band-aid's the problem. Does it make it go away? No. Are you healed? No. Are you still going to have nightmares? Yes. You still gonna be fucked up? Yes. Does anybody understand why? No. DID is the result of severe trauma. You can't torture someone the way I've been tortured. You can't abuse someone the way I've been abused and then think I'm going to be okay. I'm not okay. Do you know how many corners I've been in? Do you? I'm not okay. I'm still here. There's people now that are like, I want to help you. I want to help you. Let me help you. I'm trying to contact to help you. If you're not willing to help the children, if you're not talking about the children, if you're not constantly trying to bring people back to the children, if you are not doing anything to triage the situation, I'm about to be 31 years old. If we were in an emergency room and there was a situation with a baby that was 7 and I'm standing there at 31 years old, who are you taking first? Triage. Who are you taking first? You taking me or are you taking the 7-year-old? You taking the 7-year-old or are you taking the 50-year-old man that you know is the predator? Are you taking the 7-year-old or are you taking the attorney that's playing games? Are you taking the 7-year-old or are you taking a bunch of 50, 40, 30, 20-year-old people who idolize what's going on? Triage the situation. Who are we talking about? If you're not willing to help the children, you are not willing to help me. So don't even bother. I don't want it. I'll be okay. I'll figure it out like I always have, like my mom always has. And now I have an army of a family. Never thought that I'd be able to say that from across the world. You're sitting here because something resonated with you. You're sitting here because something similar probably happened to you. You're sitting here because you probably went through some type of narcissistic abuse the way I have. You probably went through something that caused PTSD the way I have. You probably went through rape, molestation, or something that you witnessed that you knew it was wrong. And that's why you're sitting here. But some of you are sitting here waiting for a name to drop. You're waiting for somebody to give you some type of information to make you feel better. A celebrity that you idolize. You just want to, is he bad? Can you tell me whether they're bad? You know. That's why you asking. That's why you sitting here. Everybody that's circling around the journal, what about this person? What about that person? What about the children? Are you asking that? Are you not letting it go? Are you asking that? Are you going to every platform and asking, what about the children? Are you going to these Wolves and Truth Teller clothing and asking, what about the children? Are you stopping off at those news stations and asking, what about the children? Every time something comes up about P. Diddy and Jay-Z, are you asking, what the fuck about the children? Are you? Do you fucking care? Do you really care? You know that narcissistic abuser that you had that made you say sorry 10,000 times over and you don't even know why? You know the one that you continue to over-explain things about because you know you're telling the truth, but somebody always told you a liar and it's your fault? You know those people that put you through that? Does it fucking matter who they are or does it matter who else they're doing it to? Which one matters? Triage. Tell me. If you walked into a situation and somebody was being abused and you know it's a child, are you going to ask how we got to the situation that you're pinning her down and you're on top of her and her clothes are down and you're between her legs and you're a grown-ass person? Are you going to ask that question? Or are you just going to triage the situation and get the kid away from the fucking predator? Everybody that's running to attention and for views, and I got these many views and I got that many views and I did this interview and I did that interview. Do the kids get one? Did you call people to action for the children? Did you say if you're walking down the fucking street and you see a child in need, did you say to feed them, clothe them, do something? I spent a lot of my time homeless and nobody questioned because I don't want to get into that. Because guess what? If you get into it, and if you actually get into it, and if you open up deep wounds, if you start to tell the truth, then you got to be ready to face your own reality, your truth. Were you the man or were you the monster? Which one is it? We're tired. There's some men who are like, we got you, because you know what? These kitties, they're getting mad. I am too. So are all the men that are in this family. So are all the women that are in this family. They mad too. No, the people have had enough. The people have had enough of the distractions, the bullshit. One minute we looking at the drones in the sky. Next minute we looking at the chemtrails. One minute we wondering what we're doing because there's a performance on. So we're distracted and, oh, that looks good. And then we can't, we're turned away from something else to go look over here. Everybody's so used to that shit. You have a platform in your hands right now. What's stopping you from stressing about the children, not stopping about the children, talking about the children, posting about the children, screaming about the children? What is stopping you? What's stopping you? You can do the same thing I'm doing right here. Turn your phones on and start letting everybody know we're tired. Is anybody going to give the fucking list? Why we gotta wait for a date? War is not televised. It's not scheduled. A real battle is not something that you can put on a time schedule. Somebody being abused and tortured, you don't plan that shit to the T at 6:30. So what are you waiting for? What are we all waiting for? I'm trying to understand. We have been screaming, but we're nobody. People were, oh, she went to the Getty and there was people that were supposed to be killed. Yeah, I was one of the babies that was supposed to be killed. I made it out because of an earthquake or whatever the fuck was going on in Los Angeles. And I was able to be sold again and again and again. And I did. I shut the hell up for a little bit. I just stopped talking. I was like, listen, I can't, there's nothing I can do. I can pretend to be in denial because I was. Do you blame me? Some of you do. It's okay. If you're willing to be a standard bearer, in this fight, as a man, can you leave a comment on this video and put up a shield? If we need you, we'll contact you. But as of right now, how am I supposed to trust anybody? There's so many wolves And Truth Teller Clothing. How am I supposed to trust you? That's why we stopped doing interviews. Because not even one person asked for what I just showed you, that ID. Nobody checked my age. Nobody checked my first and last name. Nobody checked anything. So people just want to jump on what's trending. That's how we know some people are full of shit. Y'all know all these years we've been like, we can tell by the questions you ask us, by the things that you say, what's going on. And from there, we will just throw it in 6 and beep, beep, beep. Because we know something ain't right. So for those who are coming at me right now, come on, I'll help you. Come on, I'll protect you. Come on, I got you. How am I supposed to trust you? How am I supposed to trust you? The first thing I look at too is, are they talking about the children? Do they care about the children? You want to help me for what? Because you know I'm close to some of them? That I don't have to put out there and broadcast? What do you really want? Because it shows and it speaks in your character. We are not suicidal. There will be no car accidents. There will be no overdoses. There is nothing in our car that cannot be accounted for. There is not prescriptions in our car that cannot be accounted for. We are not carrying any guns or weapons. If you wanted to take us out, there you go. 2 women. A 1-woman riot right here, but 2 women. I'm not going paddleboarding anytime soon, even though I know for a fact that Michelle Obama is the truth. I'm not going paddleboarding. And if I did, I do know to hold on to the paddle. And the board is tied to your foot. And I can stand up in shallow end. I may be short, but I can. You get what I'm saying? Now, insurance is about to start dropping. Some of it will be redacted. But if it comes out unredacted, that means we're dead. That's called a kill switch. If my kill switch goes off, that means I was killed and a switch was flipped on. Everybody around the world will not stop fighting. I hope that's the truth. With the family that I know, Captain, $6 million man, their wives, Hawkeye, Wolverine, Hulk, and many more, Princess Leia, Wonder Woman, Bionic Woman, Dr. Quinn. The list goes on. Their names are not for fun. It's because to me they're my real superheroes. And if I know when I know how grimy this war is, we gave them code names. Because they didn't need a slap on the hand. They didn't need a pat on the back. They didn't need somebody to say, go you did it. They're doing the best they can as everyday people. They're not white hats. That's why they have code names. It's for me to be able to talk to them through the audience of our enemies. If you can, be a standard bearer in this fight, put up a shield as a man. Where are you at? How will you fight? Are you fighting for the kids? We're not suicidal. There will be no car accidents or overdoses. Do you hear me? Here, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. My mom loves dogs. Hey, Mama.
Yes, ma'am.
You got anything to say? I do. I fucking love you.
Me too, sweetheart.
I love you. This is the moment where I'm going to talk to my mama. I love you.
I love you too, kid.
Thank you for loving me unconditionally. Thank you for standing in the gap as what a real mother is supposed to be. Thank you for staying up at night. Thank you for never giving up on me. Thank you for choosing me through all the hell that you have been through. Thank you. And if we go down, it's right here.
Put it right there. You're a pretty good kid.
I love you.
Love you too, sweetie.
Do it. The people need to see you do it. The people need to see you do it. The people need to hear you talk. Go ahead, talk. Here, kitty, kitty. If we're standing outside and you know I'm loud and I start screaming my head off because something's going on, I will start screaming that my name is Allison Leilani Carter. My mother's name is Shelly Carter and we're in danger. Please pull out your phone because we need your help to share this information because I'm known around the world and right now we're in danger and we need you. So please pull your phone out. If you see that, please pull your phone out. I know some people don't do anything. Everybody too scared. Fear is more than fear. It's a spirit and an emotion that takes over like a demon. So if you see us, if you see something, say something. That's all I'm asking. Real men are duty bound. Real men lead the way. Real men, I need you to stand up. We need your help. Because I have a feeling we'll be somewhere physically soon where we'll need your help. And like I said, we're not scared to die. Do it. Kill me. It's not going to be the first. It won't be the last. And if you think I'm a nightmare now, wait till I'm dead. Just wait. Angels, you know who you are. We're on our way to you. You can drive with us for a little bit until we find somewhere safe to sleep for the night, whether that's in our car or a place. I'm sweating and I'm gonna need another shower. Let's fucking go. Tell the truth. Do it. I know the truth. There's a lot of people who are like, well, is she gonna? I know the truth. I'm not scared. I know what happened to me. I ain't scared. I know it plays and overplays in my head and I can't even get it together during the day. I know the truth. So there will be no car accidents or no overdoses. But if there is, there's something called a kill switch. Thank you for paying attention to the insurance that's dropping redacted. There's a reason for that. Thank you for paying attention to the story that's coming. Storm's coming. It's going to knock down houses. It's going to take out windows. It's going to take things down. Hopefully it'll pass. Love y'all.